Hey guys, DPG, David Patrick Green, hackhollywood.com. Please like or share and click notifications. And please give me your comments, questions, and suggestions. Today I've got a really timely video. Timely meaning that you can refer to this material at any time and it will come in very handy, but especially during times when you feel maybe a little bit stressed about what is going on and you're facing uncertainty, which is really what seems like an actor's life is, right? You're uncertain about what is going to happen. You know, you do your submissions, you get your headshots, every single thing you do, you have no idea how people are going to react to it. And you think that you can figure this stuff out by asking other people's opinions. But guess what? Those are their opinions. It has nothing to do with the people that will eventually be looking at it. So today I just want to talk about what you have within your control, what you don't, and what you should do about it. And this came out of a situation that's literally unfolding as I speak. Someone very close to me has had some very strange signals from their job, and they have a regular, high level but office job, and all of a sudden her bosses are acting very strange, going places and not telling her where they are, etc. So she's feeling a little bit paranoid, and I could say rightly so, but at the same time, what are you supposed to do about it? Well, what you're supposed to do about it is always be doing your best and always be looking for the best fit for yourself. And when you're in a situation and you've done all you can, like you get the job or you apply for the job or whatever it is, you do everything you can to make your situation the way you want it. You create a plan and you execute on the plan, but that's all you can do. You have no control over how people respond to it. And how one person responds to it is not necessarily, in fact, it's almost guaranteed not everyone else will respond to it the same way, unless you're making general errors that aren't going to work for any employer. Like if you're an actor, if you're not good at acting, then that is a general error, and that's something you need to focus on. So sorry, I'm just running across the road here. So it reminded me that here's what, as an actor, what you should really be doing, what you should be focusing on, what you should not be focusing on. And this will enable you to retain your sanity as well as putting yourself in the best possible position to book acting jobs, because the way you succeed in life is to not worry about what could go wrong, to not think about things in the past, to not wonder what is happening, what you could have done, what you should have done. All you can do is do your best and keep learning about what you really have to offer, and just keep offering that over and over and over again. I'm going to give you guys a little shot of the beautiful Vancouver Harbor behind me. I know I'm in live focus mode, so there's a blur, but that's by design. Should have used the long lens, as they say, or actually the short lens in filming. But so what you should be focusing on is what is it that you have to bring to the table, okay? That's it. And bring that to the best of your abilities, and don't stop to think for 1 second what you think people want, because you don't know what they want. They will write something about what they want, there's a breakdown, but that is only a very basic reference point for which casting and agents are looking for the basic person that they're looking for. But it is so vague and general, deliberately so, because they you think as an actor, oh, they wrote this because this is what they want. Well, that's not a thing. Like saying, I'm looking for, a 5'2" African American male weighing this much or whatever. That's so meaningless because that description doesn't really solve an acting issue. It doesn't create a character. It's just a general thing that helps narrow the field because everybody has a limitation about how many actors they can see, right? There's just so much time involved, and so they realize, okay, if we're gonna fill this role, our best guess is this. This is what we feel. This is what I saw in my head, the writer, okay? But beyond that, it doesn't mean anything. So you don't try and change your acting or change who you are to fit the role. What you try and do is be as much of yourself as you can be based on the circumstances that are presented to you. So basically, if you were in this situation, how would you behave? And meaning this situation, meaning all the facts, the story. I love to refer to Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Anybody could play Goldilocks, but it is called Goldilocks. So, generally in the past, it was thought of as a golden-haired, I guess, Caucasian girl, but that's so irrelevant to the story that it's meaningless. Okay, it's just called that because that's what the person who wrote it was thinking at the time. But you could cast it any way you want. You could cast it as a man, a woman, a trans, anything you can come up with. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so when you get called in, they're only calling you in because you fit Goldilocks, right? This general description, but you don't go back and watch cartoon versions of Goldilocks and try to imitate them. You just go, hey, this is what this means to me, and that's what you give them, okay? You just give them your interpretation of this material. And that way they can see who you really are, and they'll know what to do with you in the past. They'll know what you do with you in the future. And that's it. There's just no concern about, just gonna give you guys a little view shot. You don't have to worry about, what are they thinking? I made a mistake. And then you're wondering, are they gonna call me in? What did I do wrong? All of those silly things that are completely irrelevant because they're out of your control. The person that is even going to be making the decision doesn't know what it is they're looking for. They're going to know it when they see it. That's about all they will be able to say. If they knew exactly what it was, then they would probably know an actor that could do it. So that's really all you need to focus on, okay? Everything else is just going to make you anxious, make you do silly things that, look like an actor trying to be something that they're not, trying to control their emotions based on what they think things should be, rather than just going, well, this is the situation I find myself in, and this is how I would react to it, or this is how I'm reacting to it. It's not even how you would react to it, it's how are you reacting to it. So what's really important is having an imagination and being able to put yourself into situations where you can simply trust your responses to various things. Okay, we're entering the Muzak zone. This is interesting. So that's it, guys. If you think you're going to be laid off, I got to check this out. If you think you're going to be laid off, hey, well, first of all, you don't know unless they tell you that, right? So whatever weird stuff is going on, you have to just accept it. And if you want to say to yourself, well, this is unusual, okay, whatever. But what I advocate to people, because I also teach people who are, in the corporate world. Sorry about there's a plane taking off. But I teach people in the corporate world how to get the job of their dreams, how to keep it, but what they should always be doing regardless of whether they have the job of their dreams or not, because the job of their dreams can be taken away at any time. Everything can be taken away at any time. And you have to just understand what it is you have within your control. And what you do have within your control is to do whatever it is you can do. So you create your plan, you execute your plan, and then you go on to the next thing. So if you're applying for jobs, applying for acting jobs, whatever it is, that you do that to the best of your ability, and forget online submissions as well. I wouldn't forget them altogether, but I would make them just a tiny part of your regimen of job searching, and then focus on the next one. Do everything you can within your power to try and make yourself known and show what skills you have to offer for the next position that is potentially available, and constantly be referring to your personal network of people, telling them what it is you're interested in, telling them what it is you are really the best at, and constantly refreshing and improving your skills to be the best at whatever it is you claim to be able to do. And forget about what everybody else is doing, like what they're doing that you have no control over, because people and what they do, you have no control over, because they don't even really have control over it. And then there's all the other things going on in the universe, right? All the things that interfere with stuff that we don't even think of, right? Like most of the reasons that we don't get a job, acting job, corporate job, has nothing to do with us. It has to do with everything else that's going on in the universe, right? It's raining, people are getting divorced, people are having kids, people are getting married. There's just so many circumstances that affect every single thing that happens. And we like to make it all about us, right? Oh, everything's about me. It's not about you. So understand what is about you and understand what isn't about you. And just focus on what you can do and keep moving on. And when you're in the position, even when you have the greatest job on earth, the greatest acting job on earth, you never stop searching for the perfect fit for yourself, because when you get the perfect fit, the chances that you'll be able to stay there, because your audience, if you're an actor, or your employers, if you're a regular person, will believe that you are valuable and they will want to keep you around. Okay? So you improve your chances of sticking around when you find the best fit for yourself. So that's what you always want to be looking for, but you never get complacent, because even with the perfect fit, companies go bankrupt, productions get put on hold, productions get canceled, things don't even get made at all, and you're just left there going, oh, I can't believe this happened. Well, believe it, it can happen at any time, right? I mean, people who live by the ocean near earthquake zones know very well that a tsunami could come every time, or could come at any time, and so they're not trying to control it, right? Because there would be no point. So understand what there is no point in trying to control. So whatever the personal tsunami is that could affect you, don't worry about it, because you can't do anything about it. Always be looking for your best fit, so that while you are alive on this earth and you have some control over what you do, you will make the best out of every single situation. And that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It's super relevant for pretty much everything in life, right? It's what are you in control over? What are you not in control over? And focus on the former and not the latter. And whatever you think is coming, embrace it, okay? Embrace it. Have a smile on your face, because you never know. You know, what seems like it could be a complete disaster could turn out to be the greatest thing in your life. In fact, it often is that way. When it seems like trouble is on the rise, or even when bad things happen, often even better things come out of it. And I will just finish this story by saying that's exactly the situation my friend is actually in. She was in a position that she was laid off from and lost it, was devastated, and then I gave her a few ideas about how to maybe proceed in the future. And what happened is she got a position in a city thousands of miles away from where she lived. They paid for her move. She got a promotion, like a up-leveled, and she tripled her compensation. Okay, tripled in one job move. Okay, and now that's the position she's in now. That job may be up in the air. It kind of feels like they're, things are. There's been a merger So things are strange, right? And so anything can happen. I mean, the signs are there, right? There has been a tremor in the earth, so it's possible a tsunami is coming. So what do? You don't just sit there going, oh no, tsunami. You don't run to the beach, which is what some people do when they hear the tsunami alarm. They run to the beach to see the wave that's going to then drown them. No, you run for higher ground. You make plans and you execute on those plans. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Comments, questions, suggestions, you can just send me an email if you have any questions or thoughts at david@hackhollywood.com. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you soon.